reason we're doing this build is because my father found a very nice processor online, very good APU. This is it. It's the AMD Kaveri 7850k. It's the A10 7850k, but it's known as the Kaveri. Very good APU. An APU means it's a good processor, but it also has graphics built into the chip. The chip, as you can see on the side. We'll be taking it out of the box now. But it has a very good processor, then a mid to high range graphics card built into the chip. So you can see how far technology's come. I'm going to take it out of the box now. The stock heatsink, we actually won't be using this for this build, but the prized possession of the computer, what's going to give it all the power it needs. AMD Kaveri, it's an A10, you get a sticker with it, and it's tiny. That's all I have to say. Now, since we have the brand new Kaveri, that needs to work properly an FM2 Plus motherboard. So we could have gone for any FM2 Plus motherboard, but we want quality as well as obviously being able to use our processor. We need one that's both powerful, that will support our chip, that has enough ports that we can upgrade in the future. We need it to have USB 3 because we didn't do that on my computer, sadly. But I don't need USB 3, I have nothing to do with USB 3, so that doesn't really matter. Anyway, getting back to this computer, we went for this motherboard. We went for this motherboard because right now it has the highest chipset for AMD, the A88X. It is the Gigabyte G1 Sniper gaming motherboard. Socket FM2 Plus, so we can run our chip properly. It seems, online, watching all the reviews of it, it seems to be one of the best motherboards you can get for FM2 Plus right now. It's green, and that is good because we have a green case, we have green power supply. That's all coming up. Anyway, back to this. I'll open it up. Now, just from looking inside, we have the I/O shield that holds all the ports on the back of the motherboard, on the back of the case. We have two 6 GB per second SATA cables, one right angle, one straight on both bags. We have all the details and manual. Have drivers on a disc. We probably won't use them. We'll get ours online. And of course, can't forget the sticker. It's one of the good ones, metal ones. Now, God, it's nicer than I thought it was gonna be. This is our Gigabyte G1 Sniper. Socket FM2 Plus. If you have an Intel core at home, you'll know that this looks different. You can still smell the fresh plastic. Now, this is it. This is our motherboard. Gigabyte G1 Sniper. It is much nicer than I thought it was going to be. They went through the bother of making a black base and the ports on it green. Now, because of this, we saw this, the entire computer is based around this and our Kaveri. So we went with a black and green based, completely computer build. Now, already, just from looking at the motherboard, it has 8 set of ports, 6 straight and 2 right angle. We will be putting our RAM into the green slots. We won't be using a graphics card because it's an FM2 Plus, so it has its own built-in graphics. It's an APU. Here's the I/O, USB, DVI, VGA, some more USB 3, and HDMI. I like the gold-plated audio connections. Altogether, it's a very nice motherboard. Now, as you know, we're going with the black and green themed computer. We have the G1 Sniper, black and green. Sorry, my dog's barking. Now, we were looking around for nice cases. We weren't thinking of actually going for the black and green. Until one day, we were on Amazon. We found this really nice case, perfectly black and green. Then we got the idea, we might as well go for the theme of black and green. So, here it is. This is our case. It's surprisingly heavy. It doesn't look like it's going to be heavy, but it is surprisingly. Now, as you can see, green on the inside, obviously black on the outside. You can't see them now because they're not on, but there is two LED fans on the green, on the front of the green. There is one LED fan at the back, which is actually quite unusual because you don't usually see LED fans at the back of most cases anyway. On this side is plain because you don't really want to see the back of the motherboard. Right. That gives you a much better look at the green on the case. That'll look really nice, especially when the fans are working. A little green shine will come inside the case. You can look in, see the motherboard. Look into the window, see the motherboard. See the green shine everywhere. Yeah. There, if you can see them now, you should be able to see the LED fans in there. Now, onto our power supply. This is the power supply we'll be using. Sorry, here it is. It wasn't in frame last time. There we go. Finally in frame. Might as well open it up. Now, this is semi-modular, so we have all the cables here because all the cables aren't already attached. You can add them in, so we don't have a bunch of cables just lying around the case. So they're all black, as in normal power supplies have anyway. Here it is. So we have the green and black. Not that much green, but it's still green. It's a nice power supply. It's nice and chunky. This computer, or this power supply, it takes a 24-pin and an 8-pin. Some actually take a 4-pin rather than an 8-pin, but this is quite a bit more powerful. So there's that. So here we have some extensions. We have a 24-pin extension and we have an 8-pin extension. Even though they're already black on the power supply, we went with these because they're green, and also just to help tidy it up to make this longer so we can bring it around the back perfectly. It'd probably reach anyway, but here's the 24 pins. See, they're not that long because we're not going to need them immensely long, but they feel nice and flexible. I feel like they've been made good. They're from Phoenix, so they're quality. Let's see a pen. Cable tie in this one because this one is slightly longer. Barely. But feels the same as the other one. Cables are nice and sturdy. We also have some extensions for fans. We have 3 of these, and then we have one that goes from 2 fans into the one connection for the power supply. So that'll just help in case we ever need more length to the cables of our fans. Other than that, they weren't that dear, so. Right, so I'm just going to run through the rest of our parts quickly. This is our RAM. We have Kingston Hyper X Beast, 2400 megahertz. It's going to cause us problems because even though we have a very good motherboard, it's not made to run at 2400 gigahertz. So, megahertz, sorry. That's why we need to overclock the motherboard. Once we overclock the motherboard, we'll be able to run this properly. So, we have Samsung 840 EVO, 120 gigabyte SSD. This is going to be our boot drive. I showed you the sticker on my computer on the last video I made. I don't actually have one, but I put it on anyway. We have another one. We got this because it'll be fast for our boot drive. Simple as. We got that. Now, we also went for a Western Digital 1 terabyte blue. Now, the reason we went for blue is because we were getting an SSD. If you don't know, blue is the second fastest Western Digital one you can get. Next to black. Black is the fastest, but since we got an SSD, we went for blue, just so we didn't have to go over. I think we would have gone just about over 600 on this computer if we had gone for a black. Anyway, 1 terabyte, so it's more than enough. More than enough. For our optic drive, we have a Samsung DVD burner and CD rewriter combo. Now, we weren't going to go for one of these at all, but we saw this on sale on Amazon, like €15, so we just went for it. It'll help. Right, now, like I said before, we need to overclock our motherboard. So we went for an Arctic freezer, 13CO. The CO stands for continuous operation. It is a dual bearing fan, so it'll run forever. Fans are designed not, or the bearings are designed not to wear down. Big fan on the front. See the copper with the thermal paste on the bottom? That'll do perfectly. Now you see, when it comes to Windows, I personally, because I'm from the era of computers and technology, I would go for Windows 8. But my father is, although he is better at tech than me, I'm not the best at tech, I'm going to admit it. He's been using computers way longer than me. He taught me everything I knew. I know. But he went for Windows 7 because he doesn't understand Windows 8. Yet I do. So, we went for Windows 7. It is an actual copy. It's not pirated or anything. It's an OEM copy. So, that's the operating system. And last but not least, this is plainly just to have. It's a Bluetooth dongle, because my father does actually have a very nice phone that we bought online. He doesn't know how to use it properly though, and he knows it has Bluetooth, so we got that. It'll be nice to have. I can connect my phone to it, at least, so that has a use. But that'll always help, no matter what. Now, don't forget to watch part 2. It'll be coming out soon after this. There should be a part 3, possibly a part 4. We're not sure yet. Anyway, be sure to watch part 2. I hope you enjoy this video. Bye.